slate. We put the name, maybe Acme Life Group. And then probably what you want to do first is make sure that the leader and the host are listed on this list. If they're not for some reason, we're going to have to create them first. So let's go through that just as an example. So I go to Content. Let's add a leader. This will give me some information on the leader. We can say this is a test leader, the phone number, and then the email address for that person. We can ignore this teaser section here. This isn't relevant. Photo's kind of nice. It'll display on the life group page. Any life groups they're leading, it'll give a little photo of them. And we don't need to make changes to anything else. We'll just hit submit. Alright, so we can see it's been created, and I've only provided a phone and email, so that's all that's shown here. That's fine. The next thing we'll do is go up here to back up to Content Management, Content, and then add a host location. And here I've got a spot for location name. Alright, so for us, we'll make the host location, how about Secret Island? This would be the phone number. Generally, the Secret Island. Generally, you'd put in here the name of the person's house, or if it's not at a house, like there's one of the host locations is at church. So you put that in here. So say maybe Mr. Test, or John and Jane Doe, and their number could be, we'll just put the same one in from before, and then put in their address. As of the recording of this this screencast here, this part isn't currently used, so I'm going to leave it blank. In the near future, this may be used to automatically generate a map. So you would actually, I'll say go ahead and fill that out when you're creating a new location for the life groups. Don't put anything under teaser. Major cross streets. This is displayed prominently in a few places. If there aren't any major cross streets, you want to put in, just a couple words kind of to explain where, generally where in the city this is located. And then we've got an option here to upload a map. I've downloaded a map, so I'll go ahead and upload that. You have to browse to the map and then actually push the upload button. And unfortunately it takes you to the top of the page again, but you get the map shown here. So major cross streets, we'll put say Mill and Broadway. And then I actually did forget something here. We do want to have the city, so this will need to be Tempe, Arizona. All the rest of these options can be left as is, so we'll submit that. So now we've created a host location for John and Jane Doe, and we've created a new leader. So we'll go to, now we're ready to actually add the life group that they're leading. So we'll go down to Content Management, Content, Add Life Group. So now for under Leader, I can pick Tasks Leader. Under Host, I can pick see, where did I so John and Jane Doe is the host I created. We'll call this for now Test Life Group. You can call, normally it's going to be called, like if it's the Grady's, you call it Grady Life Group. If you'd like to call it by the name of the program they're using, like the Marriage Life Group or something like that, you can do that as well. Description, again, that's going to be probably about 20 words if you can, so a real short paragraph about the group. And then set these options. We've already talked about how to change these options here. You're going to make sure that you put in a begin date, and make sure you put in a day of the week. We'll say this is Friday at 11:30 p.m. and we'll end it. here. This group is, we'll say it's an open group with no curriculum. And the one thing we'll want to change, make sure we're changing down here, under comment settings, we want those to be disabled. It should automatically create a path for you, so that's okay. Down here under the menu settings, this is what we'll need to change. So the title for the menu should be the same as the title of the life group. So let me scroll back to the top of the page. So test life group. We want to make sure we put the menu in here as test life group as well. This description is optional. The parent item, this is very important. This makes sure it gets linked correctly on the site. This top item here is navigation, and you can see all these other items that come underneath navigation. We're going to scroll down to primary links, is where the site links on the main Tempe Vineyard site are. We want to put it under community life groups. So that says to make this menu link come underneath life groups, and then we're going to go ahead and submit it. Oh, and I missed something, so let me scroll down and find the field that I missed. Here. I need to put in something about the life group. This is just a test life group. It doesn't really exist. Now when we scroll down to the bottom and hit submit, see we've got our new life group, some words here, some information here. You'll see the map gets automatically resized and put in this space here. And because we filled in that menu information, it falls on this left-hand side menu here. So let's go back to the main life groups list. Alright, so you can see we've got the different ones here, and down at the bottom, the test life group, you can see the date and time, cross streets, leaders, and childcare information all get added. So that's how we would add a new one. Deleting is real easy. We go in like we're going to edit it, so clicking on the edit button, scroll to the very bottom, hit delete. And we'll get a prompt to say that, ask if we're sure. We're going to say yes, we're sure. So that covers how to go in and actually, I needed to cover one other section. When you're editing the life groups, you'll notice there wasn't a spot to make changes to the leaders or host locations. To do that, we're going to need to come up here to Content Management, Content. This is right in where we add a new life group. The first option at the top of that is List. This lists this lists everything that's an item on the Tempe Vineyard website. Probably the easiest way we can do here, say we want to go make changes to our host location. We'll change the type to host location and click filter, and this will show us down below a list of all of the different host locations here. So this is the one that we've changed. We can click edit here, and that'll let us go back and make changes to the host location. So it's a little more involved here, but hopefully the little more complexity here is made up for by the fact that it makes, if you already have an existing location, it makes it a lot quicker to actually add a life group. So for us here, we're not going to make any changes to it. We're actually just going to delete that host location. And then we're going to do the same thing for the leader. So right now we're set to show only host locations. Let me hit reset to go back, and now we're going to change it so we're only seeing types that are leaders. So we click here, our test leader is here, we'll go to edit. We could make changes here with the phone or email address, but we just want to delete it. So now that's deleted, all our stuff is cleared out, and that should cover most of the changes you'd need to make to life groups. So thanks for watching this screencast, and stay tuned for more.